Imagine walking past a cemetery on a dark, cold night. You hear the crunch of gravel under your boots, the distant hoot of an owl, and then nothing, just silence. The quiet is so profound it sends icy shivers down your spine. It's as if the world has collectively held its breath, waiting. For what, you can't quite say. You continue your journey, your footsteps seemingly louder in the stillness. The moon casts long, distorted shadows that dance and flicker across the worn stone grave markers. Suddenly, out of the corner of your eye, you spot something. A figure, perhaps? You squint, trying to make out the shapes in the dim light, but it's gone. You shrug it off, chalking it up to your overactive imagination, a side effect of the eerie surroundings. But just as you're about to shake off the chill creeping up your back, there it is again. The figure. Closer this time, and definitely not a trick of the light. You quicken your pace, your heart pounding in your chest. You're not alone. There's a presence, an eerie sensation creeping up your spine, a chill that whispers of danger. You're being followed. The reality sinks in, turning your legs to lead. Each footfall echoes in the quiet night, punctuating the dread-filled silence. Your breaths come in ragged gasps, your mind a chaotic whirlwind of fear and confusion. You're close to home now, the familiar sight of your front door offering a glimmer of hope. You fumble for your keys, your hands trembling, the metallic jingling a harsh contrast to the ominous stillness. Once inside, you slam the door shut, the sound reverberating through the empty house. You lean against the door, your heart still hammering against your ribs. You slide down to the floor, your back against the door, as if it's the only barrier between you and the terror outside. You try to shake off the fear, to convince yourself it was just your imagination playing tricks on you. But the terror lingers, a phantom hitchhiker clinging to your senses. You switch on the TV, hoping the noise will drown out the silence, the fear, the reality. And then, the local news flashes on the screen. The headline strikes you like a bolt of lightning: grave robber on the loose. The news anchor narrates the chilling tale of a grave robber who has been spotted lurking in the local cemetery, the very place you were walking past earlier. The description matches the unsettling figure you noticed. The same chilling gaze, the same unnerving stillness. A cold dread washes over you, freezing you in place. Your mind flashes back to the shadowy figure, its ominous presence, the feeling of being watched, followed. Goosebumps prickle your skin as you realize that figure, it was not merely a passerby, but a grave robber. Days pass by and the incident fades into the back of your mind, until one night, when you hear a knock on your door. The sound jolts you from your sleep, pulling you from the safety of your dreams into the cold reality of the night. Your heart pounds in your chest like a drum, echoing the rhythm of the mysterious knock. The knock repeats, a steady, insistent beat that seems to resonate through the very bones of your house. You rise from your bed, your feet finding the cold floor as you navigate your way through the darkness. The knock comes again, louder now, more urgent. You reach the door, your hand hovering hesitantly over the doorknob. The metal feels cold against your skin, the chill seeping into your fingers as you slowly turn the knob. The door opens with a soft creak, revealing nothing but the inky darkness of the night. There's no one there, just the empty space where someone should be. Your eyes sweep over the scene, your breath hitching when they land on the fresh footprints in the soft ground, leading back towards the cemetery. The cemetery. Your mind races back to the unsettling encounter, the chilling revelation, the grave robber. Could it be? Could the person who disturbed the peace of the departed be back? You swallow down the lump in your throat, your decision made. It's time to confront the grave robber. You slip on your shoes, the laces tied in a hurried knot, your hand reaching for the flashlight on the counter. The beam of light slices through the darkness, illuminating the path ahead. The footprints stand out in stark contrast, a trail of breadcrumbs leading you back to the cemetery. The night air is cold against your skin, the wind whispering through the trees as you make your journey. The cemetery looms ahead, the tombstones standing like silent sentinels in the darkness. The reality of what you're about to do sets in. This is no child's game, no harmless adventure. This is real. This is terrifying. You grip a flashlight in your hand, your other hand clenched into a fist. It's time to face the terror. Your boots crunch on the gravel as you walk towards the cemetery. The figure, the grave robber, stands there waiting. With a heart pounding like a hammer against your chest, you call out, demanding to know why he disturbs the peace of the departed. He turns slowly, his eyes shining with an ethereal light in the moonlit night. His voice, a whisper on the wind, confesses he is not a robber, but a specter, a soul lost in the limbo of afterlife. His tale unfolds, a story of a life taken too soon, and a death that left him shackled to the world of the living. His grave, he tells you, was plundered, his remains scattered, leaving him unable to find rest. His existence, a constant struggle to piece together the remnants of his life and his death. His words send a chill down your spine as you realize the true horror wasn't the grave robber, but the restless souls trapped here. You stand there, frozen, as the ghost vanishes into thin air. The air grows colder, the silence deafening. Your heart pounds in your chest like a drum. You're left standing alone in the cemetery, the echo of the ghost's voice still ringing in your ears. You can't shake off the icy tendrils of fear that wrap around your spine. You rush home, the eerie scene replaying in your mind over and over. Was it real, or were you hallucinating? The questions swirl around in your head like a whirlwind, refusing to settle. You can't help but wonder about the existence of the supernatural, about the spirits that might be trapped in the cemetery, forever restless. The night stretches on. Your mind refuses to switch off. As you lay in your bed, the moonlight casting eerie shadows on your room, you can't help but wonder, was it all real? Or just a figment of your imagination? And more importantly, how many more restless souls are there trapped in the cemetery?